So this was built in 1192, 12th century. It was built by the Muslims who came from Tajikistan, Afghanistan, invaders. Before they came over here, the Hindu rulers, because I am from a Hindu family, Hindu rulers, you heard of a middle name called Mr. Singh? They used to rule over here. So these Muslims, they defeated these Hindu people and started their kingdom over here. So as they win this area, so on that occasion, they built this as a tower. So you can call it Victory Tower also. We called it Qutub Minar. Qutub was the name of that person, Mr. Qutubuddin Aibak. So from his name, Qutub Minar. Minar is a minaret and all. And this is the first and last brick tower in the world. 72.5 meters from top to bottom. Built by Muslims. Before they built it, the Hindu rulers, they used to rule in this palace. You can see this big compound. This was the temple and the residence of the Hindu rulers. So from top to bottom, 72.5 meters. The diameter on top, it's 2.5 meters. And on the ground floor, the diameter, it's 15 meters. Till 1980s, the local people and tourists used to climb up to see beautiful views of Delhi. But since few school children fall down from top, no one allowed to go inside. And in the olden days, they built this brick with bamboo scaffolding. Bamboo one by one go up, and it's built by bricks. And on top of bricks, they put the red sandstone. When we go to Tiger Park, when we'll go by train to Agra, on the way there are many mines of this red sandstone. So this red sandstone and white marble on top, it came 400 kilometers from here. In olden days, by camel carts and elephant carts. Yes. So you can imagine how hard work it was in the olden days. These round-shaped things behind you, these are water well. Step well, if you heard of. In the olden days, to collect monsoon water for drinking, watering and cooking. Straight over there you can see the arches. These arches built by Muslims, facing towards west, towards their holy place, Mecca. From side of your country, east, because of holy place. So all these built by Muslims. Rest this Hindu, and this one also Muslim. So this was the Victory Tower as a symbol of their ruling kingdom. Qutubuddin Aibak, Iltutmish, they are slave kingdom they are. So soon after they are no more, these people who are ruling over here, the Muslim people. Some other Muslim kings from Iran, Iraq and some other part of Middle East. In 14th century, this is I'm from. 12th century they built it. In 14th century some other invaders came over here. And they defeated these Muslims. And they also feel, why not we also build something like this? But double in a size and double in a height. So they start the work also behind you. You can see that. It could be if it was built, it could be a bigger than this. Double in a size, double in a height. But soon after, the person who was building this, the king, he died over here. So because of that reason, this is unfinished tower, made out of sandstone. 14th century. Then in 16th and 17th century, the Mughal came from Mongolia, another Muslims. When they came over here, they never built any tower. They built beautiful red forts, which we will pass tomorrow in morning in Old Delhi. There are 4 red forts. One in Delhi, one in Lahore and 2 in Agra. So I'm going to show you 2. Third one we just passed through. 4th one you have to go to Pakistan because it's in the city of Lahore in Pakistan. 4 red forts are there. So they never built any towers, the Mughals. They built beautiful Taj Mahal, the mosque which we are going to visit tomorrow in morning. And after Mughal gone, the East India Company came. You people, British, came to India. First they came to Calcutta. Calcutta, if you heard of, we called it Kolkata nowadays because the government, the Hindu government, they changed most of the cities' name in this country. They don't want any influence of Mughal, Muslims or British. Still they are changing, like Bombay, it come Mumbai. It will be. If you heard of Madras, Chennai, it's like that. So UK. So you also feel, why not we also build something like this, double in a size, double in a height. So instead of building anything, what British East India Company did, they built a small canopy on top, which looked like your crown. And when you left us in 1947, after a beautiful country you gave us, Indian Railways, the postal system and everything, when you left us, the Gandhi family come in power. You know Mr. Nehru, first Indian Prime Minister, his daughter was there, Indira Gandhi. So when they come in a power, they also feel, why not we also build something like this? So instead of building anything, they removed the British canopy which looked like crown and put it in the garden straight over there. Can you see that canopy over there?
Oh yeah,
it used to be up there on top, which looked like your crown, the British crown, in Tower of London, I believe. And nowadays it's over there. The Gandhi family did. And they gave a reason to the local people of Delhi that the airport is close by. Someday the British Airways will touch it. Called it Jama Masjid. Jama, it's a Urdu word, Arabic, which means Friday. Like in your community, Sunday is the important day. For Muslims, Friday is the important day. So it's a Friday mosque, Jama Masjid. 25,000 people can sit and pray. And when it was built in 17th century, it was built by the same builder who built Taj Mahal. And it took 7 years to build on that time. Jama Masjid, facing towards west, Mecca, the holy place of Muslims. Again, it's built out of red sandstone, which came from Rajasthan, near Tiger Park. All the mines are by elephant carts and camel carts in the old days. And the head of this mosque was the king, and he appointed an imam. You heard of a word called imam? He is still, his family is living downstairs, who look after the administration of this mosque. When it was built in 17th century, it was one of the biggest of the world. For the moment, it's third. After Blue Mosque in Istanbul, second one, recently built one in Abu Dhabi, and third one is this one. Third largest mosque in the world. Every Friday, this is closed for tourists and other community people, except Muslims allowed to come. In summer, when temperature is very hot, 52 degree boiling hot over here, in month of May and June, they covered this with cotton, so people can sit and pray over here. And every year on the day of Eid, you know, they sacrifice an animal also, so they do it down there. In olden days, the king used to come from that red fort. You can see straight there, a wall is there. You know, we passed through the red fort also. By elephant he used to come, and he entered from this gate. So that's why there is a balcony up there to put some flowers on top of the king. The title of this Mughal king was Badshah. You know, the name of the city, Islamabad, Hyderabad, Badshah, Badshah. The Hindu one, they are Maharaja, the king, and Maharani, the queen. Why we call them Maharaja? It's also given by the British. Before East India Company came to India, we only used to call them Raja. Raja of Jaipur, Jodhpur, Udaipur. But we Rajput, these kings, they gave a big amount of help to East India Company, the British people, to establish their kingdom over here. So on that appearance, they give us a title, Maha, which means great. Maharaja, great king. So he used to came, the Badshah, the king of Mughal Empire, and he used to go there. You can see a small chair is there made out of marble to bath his face and hands. Then he goes straight, you can see a canopy is there, the white one. The white canopy is there, marble. So that was for Imam to make fatwa. You know fatwa? To tell people, do this, don't do this. And he goes straight inside and pray towards west. And still only Muslims are allowed to go to Mecca. Not any other community people, they can go to Mecca. The white marble, it also came near Jaipur. You can see the white marble, the same marble which they built out of Taj Mahal. Also you can see behind you some millet on the ground. This is a millet. In India, we drink milk out of cows, buffaloes, sheep, goat and camel in countryside. In Rajasthan there are many camels. They make ice creams out of camel milk and yogurt also. Camel. And we eat breads. In the hotels you are eating breads. They are made out of wheat flour. Also in countryside where less water, they are not able to grow wheat. So they eat breads out of millet. And this millet they are offering to these pigeons, birds. Also you might able to see some kites also. You also have kites in your country. So the millet for these birds. Because in India we believe on our karma. What goes around comes around. So we have to feed these birds and holy cows to bring good karma towards us. So that's why the millet over here. These are eucalyptus tree, these white ones. You can see behind you also white, long and long. Native from Australia. They came to India. From the skin of these eucalyptus tree in India, we make nail polish remover. Also from the leaves and the skin we make oil, tiger balm. If you have any cold or something, so quite useful for us, the eucalyptus. Gandhi was a surname and Mahatma was a title, like Maharaja, Badshah. Mahatma was a title to him, like a holy man or prestigious man. Mahatma. His real name was Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, his real name was. By a job, he was a solicitor, what you called it, advocate. He been to South Africa and to your country also. He spent a big amount of time and he played a huge role on India independence. Very close with Lord Mountbatten and Edwina Mountbatten. Most of Indian people want that he should become the Indian Prime Minister, but because of Nehru, he can't able to become the Prime Minister of this country. And you heard about the stories of Nehru and Edwina, I believe. Very good. So he born 1868 in India, died 1948, around 4 kilometers from your hotel, Lee Meridian, where he used to live in a house called Bitla House, where one morning he was walking from his bedroom and going to the same compound where is a small temple, and a Hindu guy from Pune, the city near Bombay, he shot him because he feel that Gandhi was the reason of the partition in between India and Pakistan. That guy from Pune not happy with Gandhi, that's why he killed him. 3 bullets and he killed him. 1948, 30th January 1948. In India, when someone died, man or a woman or a small child, ladies are not allowed to take part in cremation. Only men will go. Only men. Ladies are not allowed at all to go in the procession of cremation.
Is there a reason?
Sorry? They have to cry afterwards. They have to look after the house also. And it's a very safe thing, so that's why. And when someone died, whatever normal death or accidental death, you heard of a plant called basil?
Yeah.
We don't use basil in our cooking because it's a holy plant for us. And every Hindu house in India, we have a holy water. So we take a leaf of basil and little bit water in our hand and put in the mouth of that person who's dead to find nirvana, which means soul will go straight to the paradise. And always son lit up the fire. If there is no son, nephew has to do it, cousin brothers and all. And before lit up the fire, they have to remove their hairs, mustaches, beards, everything, and they have to wear white clothes. And rich family in this country, they use sandalwood to lit up the fire. And normal family, they use mango wood or wood from some other trees. And we use a big amount of cow dung, dry cow dung patties to burn the dead body, as well ghee. Ghee, butter, purified butter, what you call it?
Clarified.
Yes, purified butter. So body will not smell and burn quickly. You know, it's a very hard life in this country for a lady who become widow. They are not allowed to wear colorful clothes once they get widow. Neither they are allowed to wear bangles, jewelry, no colorful things, no makeup, nothing. And they always wear white clothes. Neither they are allowed to drink alcohol, no non-veg food for them, no meat, chicken or nothing. And live simple life as much as they can.
Can they marry again?
No, very hard. In big cities, very few of them can do. In Muslim, they can marry 3 times, but in our community, not. They have to live simple life. No celebration, no festivals, nothing.
Do you have divorce?
Very in 100 out of 100, 5 divorce. But we don't have to give our properties to wife.
If someone's a widow, what happens to the children?
She look after them. Then she has
What if they were to go to a festival?
the children. Yes, they can go, but sometimes she has to send these kids with her sisters, cousin sisters, like that. Yes. So I'm talking about sati. It happens a lot. And the third cremation, ladies and gentlemen, what used to happen when these invaders, especially these Muslims, they take on Rajput fort and palaces, because in Rajasthan, where you are going tomorrow, every 50 to 100 kilometer, a beautiful palace is there, which is converted into heritage hotels, most of them. So when these Muslims attack on these palaces, all women with their kids, they are inside the palace, and all men, they are fighting with invaders. So when these Muslims defeated these kings, definitely they will enter inside the palace and rape Indian women. So to preserve her from these Muslims, they make a big pyre of wood and jump in it without their husband body. We called it Johar. It happened 5 times in history. Once 1600 ladies near Udaipur, 1600 ladies, they jump in a fire. We called it Johar, 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 to preserve her from nasty hands of Muslims. They commit suicide without their husband body.
It's a laugh a minute, isn't it?
So Johar, Sati and normal cremation we have in this country. I hope you understand it. Humayun tomb on the name of that king, second Mughal ruler, because the first Mughal came to India in 1526. Second one, his son, who became immediate after 4 years, the king, in 1530, this person, Humayun. Babur, Humayun, then after Akbar, then Jahangir, fourth one, and the fifth one was Shah Jahan, his great-grandson, who built the Taj Mahal. And the last one was Aurangzeb, the sixth one, who put his father in a jail in Agra because he feel why my father built Taj Mahal. He spent money like this on this rubbish building like Taj Mahal. There is a different story which I will tell you in Agra. So that's same family, Agra and New Delhi. And the Mughal, they never built their castles, palaces, forts on top of the mountain, always on plain grounds or near rivers or lake. This morning I explained you about the cremation, how we buried the dead, cremate the dead body and all. In Muslim religion they buried it from ground level 7 feet deep and head towards always north, face towards west from here, Mecca, their holy place.
Standing up.
Sorry?
The person is standing
No, inside, laying down.
Cyber, lying
Laying
down.
down. Laying down. So inside, what you are going to see, only a white marble on top, which is a replica of that buried person. The man, original one, is below, much below. We are not allowed to go there. Only that replica is there, which is built by his wife in memory of her husband. 7 years after the death of that king, she built it. And all around the corner, some other buried person also, that's family members on first floor. Ground floor, you can see many rooms all around. Again, 100 family members of Mughal Empire, they are buried over. All Mughal buried places to my tomb. And with the shape of tomb, you can see on top that silver thing, golden thing is there on top. That's the symbol of Mughal Empire. You know, like coat of arms. So similar like that. And because of that design, the round shape of that tomb, we call this tomb onion tomb also. Because of onion shape of this tomb. The blue stone on top, again that is lapex. And some birds you can see on top, these are kites. You can see 6-point star over there, 6-point star.
Yeah.
What you called it? The Star of David?
Yeah.
But you know, in 16th century when these Mughal came over here, when they built these buildings, it's nothing to do with the Star of David, because these Mughal, when they are in India, they observe the Hindu religion also with them. They get married with Hindu ladies. So they will never feel this country as a different country. They always feel this country their own country. So in Hindu religion, you know, as I told you, 33 million gods and goddesses. There are 3 important gods in Hindu religion. You know where this God word comes from? From Hindu religion, God. Because of these 3 important gods: generator, operator, destroyer. God, God. Generator, operator, destroyer. Who is generator? Generator is Brahma. How you will identify him? With 4 faces. And his wife name called Saraswati, goddesses of education and knowledge. The operator is Vishnu. You know, in India we have many reincarnations. So Vishnu is a reincarnation. And his wife name called Lakshmi, goddesses of fortune. That's why we celebrate Diwali. And the third one, destroyer, he is Shiva. Always a snake on his neck. And his wife name called Parvati. She is cousin sister to goddesses Kali. Kali, if you heard. So God, generator, operator, destroyer. Generator is Brahma, operator is Vishnu, and destroyer is Shiva. What I am telling you since morning, I might ask you in evening. So, these Mughal, they observed this Hindu religion. So 3 point up there for generator, operator, destroyer, and 3 point down there for their 3 wives. Nothing to do with the Star of David. gates, some spikes are coming out from these gates. So in olden days, in time of war, no elephants will break these gates. That's why these spikes are. Because elephants run from here and they try to break these gates, but spikes enter on their head. And these elephants are drunken elephants, alcoholic elephants. So they are made elephants. So they can't able to break these gates, so that's why these spikes. And in olden days, these spikes, they put some poison also in it. So it's enter straight inside the body of elephant. Lord Krishna, the playboy, and he always take cows in the jungle as a shepherd. So that's why, because of Lord Krishna, cows are holy animal for us, for Hindu people. And the destroyer is Shiva, and his wife name called Parvati, and they are the parents of Ganesha. You know, with the elephant face. Later on I will tell you about how we got the elephant face and all. Every Hindu house you will go in India, they have elephant statue on their top of their gate. And every Hindu house, they have a small temple in some part of their house where we worship every morning and evening. But in temples like this, these are the timing. You can see 5 a.m. in the morning. So this temple opens 5 a.m. in the morning till evening 10 p.m. It's open. Different timings. Why different timings? Because rest of the time they put curtains. So God and goddesses will sleep inside and they open it again. Behind you that green plant, that's basil. It's a holy plant for Hindu people in this country. We do not use basil in our cooking. But sometimes if you have cough, we put a basil leaf in our masala tea with cloves and cardamom. So very important medical tree for us. So this temple, it was built in 17th century without any machine, by hand and chisels. People work day and night. This is a local sandstone and a bit marble over here, which built out of 17th century. As I told you before, this area is very famous for its marble. You can see these sculptures all around. Horses, elephants, this is all carved by hand. Up over there also elephants and these ladies are found. These are the gopis we call them. Gopis. You know, the Lord Krishna, he was playboy for Hindu people. So many ladies used to follow them. So that's why many ladies with sculptures with music instrument on their hand. You can hear the voices. These are the holy chantings, singing holy songs of Lord Krishna. And many widows in this country, they come to this temple also. Haveli is a place where in the olden days, because you know the king used to live in the city palace, which we just crossed few minutes before, and his ministers used to live in these Havelis with their wives and children. In the daytime, if there is any program, old men used to gather around, and ladies are not allowed to come in front of other men. Because you know, we are not Muslim, but we took this well system from Muslims long time back, like burqa. So similar, our ladies, Rajput ladies, they used to live in a well, covering their face. They are only allowed to show their face to their husbands and brothers, not to any other man. So if any program going on in this courtyard, all these wives, they used to sit up there in the balcony, all around. So they have many balconies. hall which you can see over there, that was the parliament in the olden days. The king used to sit over there with his nobles and ministers, because in olden days we don't have any government. King was the one who is powerful to take decision. If there is any dispute in local families, they come to the king and ask for decision. And they used to stand down there, because this place only for the king and for nobles and ministers. And they listen the decision from down there. This was the pool in the olden days for fish, ducks and lotus flowers, just to give in time of summer, you know, when it's very hot, so the coolness. There is a fountain also in middle of that parliament. So they used to collect monsoon water on the roof for that fountain work under pressure. Behind you on that balcony there are boxes for pigeons, because they have to send letters from here to English to Lord Mountbatten. So there was no Facebook or Gmail in the olden days, so they used pigeons to send letters in olden days. Also, ladies and gentlemen, that big balcony over there in the corner, in olden days to see elephant fight from there. Down there, the elephant, yes. Built in 1744, 18th century, by Maharana of Udaipur to please his ladies as well the concubines also. What inside you are going to see a beautiful cenotaph in middle. The water is coming from all the way around and many fountains also all around. So in time of summer when it's very hot, when they used to live in the palace, they will come over here for their pleasure. And these fountains, they are still working under the pressure. A person is there, you can see he is standing over there. He is making up and down. Look at now he is going to do it also. And as many flames you will do, the fountains will go on.
Pakoras I prepare. I make the paste with chickpeas flour, onions, cumin seed, red chili powder and salt. Make paste with pakoras. This is the chickpeas flour, you know. This is
Oh yes.
one ball of chickpeas flour and just half onions. Half of if you like spicy, then you add red chili powder according to your taste. If you like spicy, you add more or less. Red chili,
Chili.
yes. Salt to taste.
Right.
Is it thyme?
Yes,
Thyme.
you recognize?
Thyme. It is
Thyme,
thyme.
yes.
That's why I smell it. It is.
So I add
It is.
this
Yeah.
seed.
You see, you wouldn't think thyme
सब
as an Indian,
सबके
an
आगे
Indian
आगे कर दे
spice.
अपने आप लेंगे हाथ से पकड़ यहाँ से शुरू कर
It's okay. Thank you. Just
या इसमें रख दे
Thank you.
And here is the cumin seed.
Thank you.
I just add the cumin seed. And here is the anise.
Anise.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's the mouth freshener. I add 3 types of seed here. And if you have these seeds, you add. If you don't get these seeds at your home, avoid them. So just add these. And here's the fresh coriander leaves.
Yes.
Fresh. I add. It is very easy and tasty. This is the water. I add water.
Thank you.
Now I make it.
Is it hot water? Yeah.
No,
Just
normal,
cold.
lukewarm water.
You go to school to paint, or you learn to paint at college, or?
No. I didn't learn. It is my hobby.
Ah, wow. Very, very good. Are these family pictures?
No,
there?
no family.
You can have all over it.
After
Well,
and bath. But I added jelly. Jelly without money. It is impossible. I make it possible. It is about 2 kilogram of chicken. 4 spoon. 2, 3, and 4.
now, none of those are what we would call spices in terms there's no heat, there's no,
It's not chili or
there's no, yeah, it's
Not
not chili,
hot.
it's not hot
Not hot.
yet.
Because we are using 6 onions, 3 we are frying and remaining 3 we are preparing the paste. This is the ginger.
Yeah.
1 piece of ginger. Garlic.
Oh, wow.
You will like it.
tomorrow.
Tomato, onion,
Oh,
ginger,
tomato.
garlic.
Tomato gives it the pink colour. Yes.
Oh wow.
Now I add the turmeric, half spoon of turmeric, and salt. Salt to taste. You like spicy?
This one,
No? So one spoon is okay?
yes.
Oh, wow.
One is Now I added all the spices, only we have to fry it. So I will shift it here and we will prepare vegetable. These are the cloves. Cloves. And you fix cloves inside this.
Oh, right.
2-3 cloves. You tell me that you like garlic. So I just make some space inside this and fix the garlic inside.
Just make up a hole, yeah?
Yes, you can make the hole.
That one's getting
Oh,
done,
make
isn't
the
it?
Doing the same.
Yes.
Yeah, it's in.
If you don't the open flame, you can use your oven. Turmeric
Okay.
and red chili.
Yes, yes.
Oh, no.
Yes, lots of actually.
see? The
You see the colour,
of
yeah,
mirror.
yes.
And it's very smoky. You can smell it. It's a smoky. I'm taking one ball of saffron. It is enough for us because it will swell, it expands. Of coconut.
Okay.
That is very easily available.
Yeah.
We will eat it hot after the dinner. This is only water and salt, no yeast, no oil or butter. I prepared this dough in morning and we use this dough in morning. Now we will use and next morning we will prepare new. I make it round. This round.
Yes.
Here I will not use butter or oil and nothing.
Oh, there's nothing
No
on that
butter.
stone, is there?
Direct without butter. And in other method I will use butter. Here I didn't use the butter. I'm just pressing it because I want to make it crispy. This one.
This is the palace where you are standing, and that's the fort up there. The name of the fort we called it Jaigarh Fort, J-I-G-A-R-H, Jaigarh Fort, on the name of Maharaja Jai Singh Jaigarh. There is one of the biggest cannon of the world is there up in the fort, and when they used to shot, it goes 45 kilometers from there. So the fort in the olden days used for the army to live in, and palace for the royal family. And this palace is connected with that fort by underground tunnel. Half of that tunnel is open and half of it is covered. In olden days, if any king used to came in, ladies are again not allowed to come in front of them. So the wife, the official wife, she used to sit up there to see the balcony. And who was the official wife? One who gave birth to the boy child. are inside the palace, which was the official residence of Jaipur royal family once upon. Before they established Jaipur, they used to rule over here in Amber Palace. And later on they moved from here to the plain grounds. These Hindu Rajput, they always built their fort and palaces on top of the hill to preserve themselves from the invaders, so they can see the enemies where they are coming from. That's why they built a fortification also all around Amber, 11 kilometers, all around. And on this wall, this was the parliament. You also have parliament in England, in London. This one, in olden days, Diwan-e-Aam. It's an Urdu word. Diwan means minister. A-Aam, for everyone. So, like your British royal family also come in the balcony sometimes to wave people. So similar in the olden days, the Jaipur royal family used to stand over here and wave their army which march past down there. You know the elephants photographs you are taking, they march past the local people, they will wave from here. Also in the olden days, the king was the one who gave all decision. If there is any petition, king has all power to take decision. So, king used to sit over there in middle on his golden chair as well, ivory work also on it, beautiful cloth, rubies, pearls and all. And with each pillar, these are marble pillar as well, the red sandstone pillars. With each pillar, one minister used to sit, like irrigation minister, income tax minister. They will discuss with the king how we can improve this city and all. And if there is any petition, local people, the public used to stand over here and listen what decision is coming from the side of the king in old days. So you can see up there, the elephant face is there. Can you see that elephant? That's a symbol of power on that red sandstone. The trunk is going up and it's coming down with the lotus flower down. Lotus is a symbol of purity for Hindu people and it's a seal of the royal family in this country. So every time we use lotus flower in our documents, because lotus is a flower which you grow inside the mud or in a clean water. When it comes out, it's very pure. That's why we use lotus a lot. Horses, elephants in architecture. That courtyard, you will see a beautiful view of downstairs, a small lake. The lake is not full of water because not so good monsoon last few years we have. And a beautiful garden is still existing. That garden is the Maharaja of Jaipur. He brings some saffron from Kashmir because India, only in Kashmir we are able to grow saffron. We called it Ganesh Pole. Pole is again a gate. Ganesh was the name of one of our Hindu god with the elephant face. Yes. And these miniatures, they are again made out of vegetables and minerals color. They use again the brushes out of camel eyelashes as well. Behind me is this big hall which you can see. In olden days, king used to sit over there with his close friends. They used to drink very strong alcohol which made out of sugarcane. And ladies used to dance in middle because that was the concubine chambers straight over there. A beautiful garden, you can see fountains also. These fountains were fabricated. And these gardens inspired from the design you can see on top. Similar garden. Also, in time of summer, it was very hot over here, 55 degrees in a daytime. Early morning, 7 o'clock, it's 48 degrees. How they will survive, these royals, the blue blood? They used to serve monsoon water on roof, and they used to hang some beautiful curtains over here. And you can see on marble, there is a hole for the pipe in olden days. So in pipe, a small hole, so water keep coming to the curtains. And whenever the hot wind will come, they turn cooler inside. That was the natural air condition in the ordnance. The glass work which you can see inside from 16th and 17th century, the glass came all the way from Belgium in the olden days because of no electricity. So we call this hall Sheesh Mahal also. Sheesh means glass and Mahal means a palace. So they used to hang a lamp in middle and it's reflect one to each glasses. It's very beautiful. And there are some colorful glasses for the colorful lights in the olden days. Also, ladies and gentlemen, these kings, they have many wives. If you notice, there are very less steps compared to other Udaipur city palace where we've been. Because these ladies around 50 to 60 kilograms in weight and another 40 to 50 kilogram clothes, embroidery ones, they have to wear with gold, silver, jewelry and everything. So after this, where we are going inside, there are no steps, a ramp. So these ladies can walk easily. Also, there are small gates again because enemies will not run fast. They go like this, so they chop the head off.
Out of teak wood, teak. Small blocks, small blocks, mango. Maximum 9 colors you can print with the help of 9 blocks, minimum 2. Here, using 4 blocks and colors, this gentleman is going to print on a piece of cotton fabric to give us an idea how it works. Let's see the process. Let us see the process. I learned this process in my school days with 2 pieces of potatoes. You see, by the first block we make outline, then we use supplementary blocks and colors to fill up the gaps. You see how he's placing the block and the color. Look at here. He has done it before. Just a few. But we don't print so quickly. We print one layer, let the color dry. Then the second one, third one like that. This is just a demonstration of block printing we are watching because of it. Look at here. The best is yet to come. Interesting part of this printing process, the initial colors are not the final colors. How we get them? We dry them in the sunlight for a few days. Then this is a bucket of water having little vinegar and salt. You know, set the colors and you will find magically these colors will change. Elephant will not change to crocodile. Only the colors. But first you dry them in the sunlight. This is like developing a film.
It's got breeze.
Look at here. Then washing in the normal water to clean the extra bleeded colors. You see he's rubbing, colors are not running out. By this process we make different textile items. Bedspread, table covers, dress material. You can find in our textile department. They are all washable by machine or by hand. We are watching from the other side of the carpet. You are standing on the front side. Sitting on the front side, he is making carpet. Now for this activity, for carpet making, I have 900 families in the village. They have 5,000 looms like this. Unfortunately, we cannot provide them the place here. So what I provide them? Raw material, technique and design. And sitting in their own home, they make carpets, cottage industry. Then they bring those back here. We do the finishing work. It is a time-taking process. Right now he is making a runner out of local sheep wool. The size 2.5 by 10 feet. It will take 3 months to complete. If it is silk, 6 months, double time. In front of him there is a design on the paper. If you come close, you can see here is the graphical representation. And look at my fingers, what he is making. He is making knots like this. One knot looks like half the English figure 8. So a carpet like this is a combination of millions of individual knots. But you know, quality depends on number of knots in the squaring. We are the member of Carpet Export Promotion Council, Government of India. Before exhibiting or exporting, they check everything. We start from 144 knots in a square inch up to 1600 knots in a square inch. That makes the difference. Lady is trimming to make the design clear. Come, step on carpet, come this side, then you see. Come, step on. So see, when she is trimming, the design is coming out.
Yes.
She cannot work at a stretch more than 10 minutes. Painful for the fingers, it is better. At the other side of any carpet, either it is wool or silk, there are always some small floppy filaments. We cannot see them, but we can feel them. Now, if we keep them, what may happen? They may slip on the floor, Indian flying carpet on the floor. To stop moving, I mean to say, to reduce the accidental chance, we swing them off. Let's see. Clean. So my carpets, they don't move on the floor, they don't need any padding, and they are made out of real filament, real wool or silk, no synthetic. After this, they need washing. We wash them with baby shampoo and normal water, dry them in the sunlight, then we do the final trimming on the top. So it's a long process.
So, ladies and gentlemen, you are at Jantar Mantar Observatory. Jantar Mantar, we called it. It was built in 1727, built by Maharaja of Jaipur, Maharaja Jai Singh, as he was very much interested in the movement of sun and star in the olden days. That's why they shifted from the palace which we visited this morning from Amer to Jaipur, because he was very much into moon and sun. So, first they built a small cloak over there, but that was not accurate. And from there one can see the North Pole star also with these steps. So they built this big one behind me. This is a big one. And still it's in use. And also there are small holes in middle to use the movement of moon. Also there are 12 horoscope signs: Gemini, Leo, Scorpio. You can see small wall is there, 12 horoscope signs. Also in olden days, and still, ladies and gentlemen, with these horoscope signs, you know, we get married in this country, arranged marriages. It's still 80% weddings in this country, they are arranged. And they are arranged by our parents, grandparents, uncles and aunties. We does not have any choice to choose in this country, except in big cities like New Delhi and Bombay. They do a lot love marriages, which is not long last for long. After a few years, they will get divorced in love marriages a lot. It's totally opposite from your country. You do love marriages a lot in your country. But in India, we have arranged marriages also. So always, the girl family go to the boy family to search a good groom. So what happened with me when I got married, ladies and gentlemen, my family didn't been to anywhere. They came to me to see. They fix everything and all, dowries and all. I didn't get much, don't think about it. Right? And they never saw me no personal meet with the girl. They only show a photograph to the boy family. And that photograph of the girl also Photoshop. You understand what I mean? And we are not allowed to meet unless we will get married. I meet my wife on the day when I'm getting married. Not before, not even for a cup of tea or a coffee. Yes. And always, then afterwards, the boy family go to the girl family to get married. It's 2 weeks wedding ceremony we have in this country. And what will happen also, ladies and gentlemen, if boy and girl, they come from the same caste, they fall in love. But, you know, when boys and girls born in this country, we have to go to the holy man. And that holy man, he make a paper that this boy or girl born on certain time, and on that certain times the moon was on that position, star was on that position. So we have to keep that paper all our life. So if any incident happen in our life, we have to go back again to the holy man, and that person tell us the solution, that do this, don't do this, like that. So similar paper of boys and girls when they are getting married, we have to take to the holy man. That if they will going for long last marriage or not. If 28 signs to 28 signs are matching, then only they will get married. This is a neem tree over here. It's a medical tree for us. If you have any itching on your body, you take the leaves of this tree and take a bath from it. Neem tree. And in villages, in countryside, we don't have brush to clean our teeth. So people use a stick, wood from this to clean their teeth. And that tree behind you, that is Ashoka tree. A-S-H-O-K-A. Ashoka tree. Every time in the birth of a child or in time of celebration of a wedding, we cut the leaves of this tree and hang on our doors for good luck. Ashoka tree. Very important tree for us. So this big hall which you can see behind you, we called it Mubarak Mahal. Mahal is a palace. Mubarak to greet people. It's again Arabic word, Mubarak, to meet people or to greet people. So in olden days, when this palace was built in 1727, whenever the guest of Maharaja used to come to this palace to meet them, the Maharaja of Jaipur used to greet them there. And also, the Jaipur royal family with Maharaja, they have one more title, Savai. S-A-W-A-I, Savai, which is given by the Mughals to these people, which means double to a title. Savai Maharaja, so and so. 2 titles there. So inside, what you are going to see in this big hall, you are not allowed to take photographs inside. No video. There are some nice collection of old clothes. You know, the clothes which they wear in time of weddings. There is some nice fabrics, block prints. You saw outside some wooden blocks also. Inside you are going to see the old blocks. Also the clothes which they wear in time of Diwali, the blue sarees and all, you are going to see inside. The small kids clothes also, which made out of silk and cotton. And also you are going to see some old carpets. You buy few carpets, that's new generation carpet. That inside what you are going to see, the old carpets. Everything is written in English. Photographs are there, frames are there, beautiful glasses. And there is a pipe also, because in olden days there are no cigarettes to smoke, so they used to smoke pipe with hashish and tobacco in it. Also there are no games except these elephant fighting, so they used to play chess, you know, kind of a ludo, which made out of crystal and that ivory. Also Jaipur royal family is very famous for its horse polo, so you are going to see some polo dresses as well. They used to play in time of night, so there is a night polo ball also you are going to see. Shall we? Maharaja of Jaipur, as they are very good friend with British royal family, so whenever they travel from Jaipur to England, they always carry these silver urns on ship. Via Malta they will go to England, because these Maharajas, they are only allowed to drink water from Ganges, where you are going after a few days. So they carry Ganges water on these silver urns. So they drink these water and gin and tonic over there. So this big hall in the olden days, ladies and gentlemen, for the parliament, the king used to sit with his minister. Again, ladies used to sit, you can see small windows over there, straight there for the queen. And if there is any petition, people used to stand over here and listen to the king what decision is coming from the side over there. So parliament in old days. Straight over there, it's written Sabha Niwas over there. That was for the private people. The king used to sit over there with Lord Mountbatten, British officers, local nobles and ministers. Up to Sabha Niwas, there is the coat of arms. Once we enter over there, you are not allowed to take photographs inside. On right hand side, you are going to see some nice photographs of Lord Mountbatten who visited Jaipur and the palace, as well Edwina Mountbatten. The coronation photographs are there. Inside, you are going to see beautiful chandelier, Belgium one, and also some old furniture, chairs, carpets, and huge portraits of different kings. Also, you are going to see inside trophies which they win in time of polo. Shall we?